Wow.
What?
Apparently, you just shut down the stream.
No, it says good on my end. It says live 7
Okay.
seconds.
Are we here, people?
I don't know how I can hit your end
like
stream
playing
button.
cards with my brother's kids.
Right.
Well, I hit go live apparently like right when you did, and it said the stream has ended prematurely. I got a message here, so I don't even know if we're here. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, crap. Let me go
Let me look on YouTube because we're not on YouTube yet.
I'm a hologram. I'm not here.
Well, that would be stupid. It says upcoming. It says waiting. It hasn't even started on YouTube.
Because it's showing me end stream here for the button. So
yeah. All right. Hang on. Jim, would you mind leaving the studio and coming back since it says that we're live even though we're not?
Okay.
Because if I leave the studio, I got to reset up, 3 different cameras and computers and shit.
Good. We can talk about him now.
I talk about him to his face. See, technically, when you talk about somebody behind their back, you are standing behind their back, therefore in front of them.
Right.
People don't get that. Hey, there it is. We are live. Awesome. Okay, so we had a little bit of a problem behind the scenes here. Jim pushed the go live button and I pushed the go live button and the streams crossed and it never said we were live.
Yeah.
And then I asked him to leave and the stream went live all on its own.
Well, right after I bailed, I just closed the tab right out of Restream, and of course I have YouTube up in another tab, and then I saw our handsome faces there, and I was like, okay, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
And
so I'm getting positive feedback that the stream is live, and it came through on my other browser tab. I'm going to kill myself for you people.
Howdy,
Everything
y'all,
for ratings.
all y'all. Hey, yous guys. Hey, yins, depending on where you're from.
So let me get this arranged. So last love you, StreamYard. So last week we played with this radio here. This is the DSW-II, DSW-II, and it's the 20 meter something radio. I'm assuming it's CW only since there's no place to plug in a microphone on the back. On the back of the radio, you get AF out, which would be speaker, because for some reason hams can't say audio or speaker. We have to say audio frequency out.
I know, it's so annoying.
And then antenna, power, drive. That's a rotary dial thing. And
look at those electrons. They're so small, they look like ants.
Yeah, I know. Well, I had the wide angle lens on last time, and people were saying they didn't like it. And the control panel fell off. We were going to take that off anyway. And Jim has advised me to run this on battery so that we don't cross anything with the oscilloscope that's off camera and ready to be shared. Shall we need it? I have called in a ringer, and that is Hollywood. You guys know Hollywood. He's been around the block for a while. Hollywood, give yourself a better introduction than I could give you, please.
Well, this is awkward.
Or say nothing. So Hollywood is a former broadcast engineer, and he worked for a radio station, at least one, in Boston. And after that, he was an educator, which is what really sets him apart from everybody else, is that not only does he tell you what you're doing wrong, not only does he not make you feel like a fool for doing it wrong in the first place, he tells you how to fix the thing that you did wrong and why you did it wrong and why you probably thought it was the right thing to do, all with making you feel like $1 million because of how awesome you are, which is something that we need a lot more of in ham radio. So he shall be back. And he had some problems on Prep Ham Paul's stream last night, and those demons have returned today. So he has disconnected at least once already pre-stream, and now he's disconnected again.
This is because Hollywood does not attend ham church on a very regular basis. And the
He's not been absolved. Yeah.
He doesn't have divine protection from the Church of the Saints of Radio.
From Boston.
He is in the Boston area, yes. He's up there by Boston Johnny, so this is technically Boston Greg. Yeah.
Right. So what I did last week, as far as we got, I had this, it doesn't have its own built-in speaker, because apparently there's no room on the circuit board for a speaker, but they fixed that now. So I have this little guy here, which plugs in. It's got a little battery in it. You recharge it via micro USB. But other than that, I won't hold that against it. It does pretty well. So which one is the AF out is the one closest to the antenna?
I don't remember if we talked about this last week. Do we know the relative age of that thing?
I would say probably 1980s.
And it has micro USB. I'm going to call.
Oh, no, the speaker, sorry. The speaker is
Okay.
micro USB, and that's only like 3-4 years old.
Okay.
And it's not coming on, so that's good. So even though I charged it for several hours last show.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you now.
Okay. I
Welcome
hope it
back.
lasts.
I
Thank
asked you
you.
to give yourself a better introduction than I could give you, and then you disappeared. So I had to
Of
give
course.
you an introduction while you were gone.
Right after
That's
he
good.
said you were how cool you were and you were a broadcast engineer
Yeah, this
and
is-
really smart, then
Yeah, my hair was on fire. I know.
yeah. I was like, well, that's awkward.
Okay, so we have problem number 1, and this wouldn't be Nuggets without it. By the way, we don't know what we're doing, which is why we brought Greg in. So don't think this is a tutorial. This is more of a we're going to ham along together. This is what you would do if you had gotten a radio at a ham fest and didn't know what it was and didn't know whether it worked and thought it was totally worth like $20 worth of adventure, which is what we're doing tonight. So enjoy the show. Be a part of it. Tell us in the chat. Heckle Jim in the chat.
Well, they've already been doing that.
Yeah, so I need to find a
They
speaker
blamed
solution.
me for the glitch.
And we each have a hammer ready to be deployed.
Right. Because percussive therapy works fairly
Yes,
well
right.
usually.
Okay, so I have another speaker, and I don't know if this is battery powered or not. This is a portable mini speaker with enhanced bass, with more fish.
It's all about the bass.
That's good bass. So Hollywood, I said you were a former broadcast engineer, and I said you were a world-class educator. What else did I miss?
Oh
on
boy.
your CV?
Oh boy. I've got to fire up the errands. Yeah, so I've worn many hats in my day.
Nice.
I took everything of us here on this. Yeah,
Well,
and
Okay.
so
are you messing
did
with
the
us,
ham
Greg?
thing and
Every other word of yours is cutting out.
still need my.
Yes, we
Yeah.
hear you now. When you were saying that whole spiel that you just gave, we heard like
Right.
and I don't, but, and I was like, are you messing with us?
No,
You were,
I'm
yes,
not at
you were
all.
cutting out very badly. I mean, it was just dropping whole phrases.
Yeah, and my video is frozen.
Oh, yeah.
So just FYI, when I started before the stream, I was using Google Chrome. And that's what I used last night. Eventually it settled down. I have also turned off my antivirus just to give myself some headroom.
Okay.
I am
It's running
now,
unprotected, folks.
because Chrome failed, I am now using Edge. And Edge has locked up.
Yeah, go with Brave. Are you on a Windows platform or a
I
Mac?
am. Windows 10.
Windows 10. I hate to tell you this now, but download Brave. It's a Chrome-based browser. And
Okay.
the last time I streamed, Tio and I had tons of problems with Chrome getting stupid. And Edge has been stupid.
Right.
Brave seems to work the best on Windows with the streaming platforms.
Okay. Is it are you suggesting that I do that right now? I can do it.
I mean, if it drops again, I would just do that before you come
So
back.
I have
yeah.
audio, but I don't have any video. I can't see what you guys are doing.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
then
you'll have to leave.
I would
and
say,
come
yeah,
back.
let's
Let
do it now.
Let me go get Brave. I'll come
Yeah.
right back.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. See you, buddy. We'll be here.
So we're going to vamp a little bit. And what's really funny is that Chrome, Brave, and Edge all run on the Chromium backend. And for some reason, they all do a little bit different of a better job on the front end.
And
So-
we are getting confirmation. Sean Weiland says the same thing. Now, I'm on a Mac, and Chrome is working flawlessly.
I'm on a Mac on Chrome now, too.
And Tio and I had all sorts of problems with StreamYard when we were doing the car shows. This is not Coffee and Ham Radios. And we switched to Brave, and every problem disappeared. So, I don't know. And when I started streaming, I was using Edge, and I would have all sorts of random crap, and I just quit. So,
That is not what I clicked. Let's put that back on.
Maybe
Let's
it's
put that back up there.
maybe there's a ghost in the machine.
That's what I clicked. Okay. Yeah, the hamburger menu on the logo. I wanted to get the logo out of the way. So where we are, this is where we finally wound up last week, but now I have a different speaker that works and has somewhat of a charge. And this one's USB-C, by the way. Can you hear this?
Yeah, the weird sound
Tick,
that
tick,
sounds
tick,
like
tick, tick. That's
sounds
coming
like the
from
Predator
radio.
in the movie. I hear beeping.
Yeah. So it's doing the thing. Haha. So it has a built-in memory keyer, and that's working. So what I don't have though, and I just keyed it up a couple of times, and that's a big no-no, is I don't have a dummy load connected to it. So I need to do that. Let's see. Say something
Don
funny, Jim.
says Brave does not use Manifest 3, so I don't know what that means exactly.
Well, Don's a developer, so he would know.
Right. Well, I figured that's what he was getting at, but I don't. Exactly right, brother. I keep waiting to see 3 laser dots on Steve's head.
Okay.
Over the stream, that warbling sounds like
Yeah.
the noise the Predator made.
Ah, okay.
And you know,
There's
he
a new
was
Predator
one
movie
ugly
coming out.
mother beeper.
Okay, so now we've got a proper dummy load. And I'm going to turn my other radio on, which doesn't have an antenna at all, so I'll put a dummy load on it. My other radio is an ICOM 705, and we should be able to see on the waterfall if it's doing anything. Because one thing that I thought of between last week and tonight is that, you know, this radio probably does just work fine, and we just had no clue what we were doing.
That noise stopped.
Oh, it's still there. I just moved my microphone out of the way.
Oh. Yeah, I hear it.
Might need to put a different antenna, or some antenna, on the 705. So 14,180 or so. Anything good going on in the chat over there, Jim?
No, I'm reading the chat. Other Andy's cat is enthralled with the noise.
Nice. I think I can turn that off for now.
Can you just move it away? I assume it's picking up interference. Oh,
Move it
thank
away
God.
from what?
Well, that was the speaker making the noise, right?
Yeah. Move it away from what?
From the dingus that's making the noise out of the speaker. Don't you have
The
a longer
radio that it's
cord?
plugged
Is what
into?
I'm asking.
Yeah, it's the radio that's making the noise. That's making the speaker make the noise. It's not.
Oh, it's not RF. Okay.
Yeah, there's no RF. It's on a dummy load. All right, so this is the 705. You get to see the tail end of the 705 while I put the thing on it. All right, there we go. Now I have something to receive a signal, but I'm out of desk space. Yeah, I'm not getting any signal out of this at all.
No live stream.
But I also don't know that I
first
should
contact.
Well, no, this was last week. We weren't getting a signal out of it either, but we were getting some noise out of it. And one thing that I did not check, I haven't had a chance to, I've been busy doing other stuff, is the manual. We don't read manuals here. Do I need to do anything
Colin
special?
sent us the manual. It should be in your email.
He did, and I forwarded it over to Hollywood, and it had other things I needed to do during the week. But it's doing things. I just don't know if it's doing any RF things. So I flipped the RIT switch up, and the red light came on the front of the radio. I think that just said 15. That's the other problem, is my CW is not that good.
It's better than mine.
I think that just said 1.5 when I keyed the frequency thing.
Okay.
And then this is a knob that is completely unknown. There's no writing on the wall as to what this knob is. So maybe it says something in the documentation.
Is it connected on the backside to something? I guess all that stuff comes out of that ribbon cable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ham is opining, Frank is opining that if it says 15, then it's listening to 15 megahertz.
Okay, let's do 15 on the other radio. Because it doesn't say 15 anything else. It just says 15. And I unplugged the mic, so now I got to plug the mic back in.
He's back.
Hey, welcome back.
I hope it stays. I'm on the new browser. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who knows? Maybe it is. What antivirus are you using, Greg?
Avast, free.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
Greg, have
Sean
you had a
has-
chance to look at the manual?
Have I? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I got it to tell me that it's on 15 as its frequency.
On 15 meters.
Maybe.
Maybe meters.
Is that what
and
you
not
mean by
megahertz.
15?
No, it just says 15. When I do the... I don't know if you can hear the very faint CW, but if I turn that
beep,
down...
beep, yeah.
Yeah. If I do frequency, I think it says 1.5, which could be 140015. 14015, sorry.
Got it. So...
Yeah, I can't transmit on the frequency anymore.
Yeah. So on the schematic, what I was going for was, I'm wondering if, give me the brief history of this thing. Did you build it? Did you get it at a flea market?
I got it at a Silent Key estate sale with a whole bunch of other stuff, and all of the other stuff worked.
Right. Got it. Okay.
He was a kit builder.
So we're presuming that this works, but we don't really know. So that's why I was going for the probes, because if you put a key on it and you hold down the key, what it does is it generates a RF signal within the chip, and everything after the chip is just an amplifier. So if you probe around that chip with the coil and the oscilloscope or the tiny SA, and you key up, you'll see an output.
Right. So the probe that I had, the ones that you had mentioned, have not arrived yet. They're actually going to show up tomorrow,
Okay.
of course.
No problem.
I have the regular scope probe, and I have this thing.
No, do the scope probe.
Okay.
What probe were you getting that's not that? That looks like
I
a regular...
sent it to you. Or are you just like not paying attention to anything I tell you, Jim?
I mean, it's like being married to you. Yeah, I ignore half of what you tell me.
Yeah. I'm like, I need probes. It's like, that scope didn't come with probes. No, Greg asked me to get special probes. Here's a link and a picture. Oh, those things.
Greg,
okay.
Okay. Mr. Grumpy Pants up there. What probes
I'm the grumpy one. Check your Discord history.
I'm not grumpy. I'm just ignoring you. What probes did you want him to get?
They're RF probes.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're just, it's a PC board with a loop with a hole, a donut hole at the end.
Oh,
okay. Hang on, Hollywood.
And
I will go
up
to Jim's Discord chat. I will find the message that I sent to Jim with the picture in it, and I will share it with everybody.
Listen, Captain
else.
Snarkosaurus, all I wanted was an answer. Greg answered the question. We're good.
How many times do I need to tell you?
Greg, man, thank you for being a member for 17 months and putting up with this nonsense.
Thank you.
How does he do
probes.
Appreciate it. And Jake, thank you for being a member. He became a member. He's a new member, Stephen.
Jake, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it.
Replace screen sharing with a Chrome tab of that. There we go. And then I got to enable it.
Oh, cool. Near field probes.
Those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. Last purchase last week, October 9th, which is probably the day I sent you the message saying, hey, I'm buying these because Greg asked me to buy these.
Well, you know, I work at a job all day, and I can't necessarily always.
So you
Oh,
sit in front of a
stop.
computer. Yeah, okay. So yeah, those are the probes.
So we're going to use the regular scope probe.
Yes.
And if
there's
you
the
can
scope.
bring up, yeah, there you go. Can you also bring up the schematic diagram?
Jim, could you do that, please?
Yeah.
In the manual?
Yeah.
Chris is asking, what scope do I have? This is the Handtech DSW-II-20 and I did a firmware upgrade on this and shared it with y'all over the weekend. And I will forgive you for not watching every single video I produce, especially those that have nothing to do with a piece of hardware you have.
Yeah, I got to find the email. Hang on.
Unlike Jim. Jim needs to watch every video I make. It's required homework for the show.
I mean, I would share the schematic, but I don't dare touch anything on my end. It'll
for
freeze
sure.
up again, you know?
Jason, this is nice. We could get mean. Jim used to be in the fire department. He knows how to be mean.
Oh yeah. Every training
Tortoise
meeting was
Overland
NC-17, and your mom was always fair game.
Tortoise Overland won the giveaway last week, the RF Power Nanny. Did you get the email from Majodi? I think that's how you pronounce his name. I really don't want to say it wrong. Did you get the email from him? Did it all get started on the way? Oh,
Who are you talking to? Me?
I was talking to Tortoise Overland in the chat.
Oh,
TO.
okay.
The other TO.
There we go. That's what we want. You got it.
Awesome. Good news. Good to hear.
It'd be nice if you can rotate it a little
I'm just hold your water, old man.
Look at him getting all testy. He's not even in the hot seat. He's getting testy.
It's like playing cards with my brother's kids.
There we go.
All right, there we go. And there's another. I'll have to rotate each one because they're all vertical. So
yeah. So the chip on the left is is where everything is starting from. Everything.
Did we lose you, Greg? We lost him.
So while he's coming back, Don, thank you very much, Don, has given 5 memberships, level tech. And let's see who got Chavez got 1, and Ham Till It Hurts got 1, and Brandon Wynn got 1, and BMX RPM got 1, and I clicked the wrong button, and Russie B got 1. Welcome, new members. Thank you, Don.
So Hamman is saying the DSW-II enunciates, very good word, I like enunciate, enunciates operating frequency in 3-digit kilohertz, Morse audio form when the RIT frequency button is momentarily pressed down. If the first digit is 0, it will be suppressed, forming a 2-digit read.
So if my Morse code is any good, that means that this is on 14015, and all we hear is 1, 5.
That would make sense. Because it would make no sense for that to be on 15 megahertz.
Correct. So I'm moving my radio to 14015.
And my friend Pilot Bill said, easy on Jim. Ed McMahon type sidekicks are hard to find with as snappy as a patter as Jim has. Thank you,
Oh,
Bill.
he's buttering you up for something, Bill. What are you doing?
I've spent time in Bill's trailer too. I'm just saying.
I thought we had cabin 13 there. The chip on the left is an AD9835 DDS oscillator, similar to the AD9836 used on the FCC-1 and FCC-II, also obsolete. Kevin, what are the FCC-1 and FCC-II? And Chris, I remember somebody saying, maybe it was Frank said that it comes up on, or has the ability to tune to WWV so you can get the clock.
Bricker, he has a Handtech scope, I believe.
DSW-II-15, 2D15.
Which is what, a 2-channel 100 megger?
The first and second. It's a 150 megahertz, 1 gigasample per second, 225 megahertz, 200 millisample per second, and it's a 2-channel with an external trigger.
Yep.
And signal generator.
2-channel 150. Okay. I mean, mine does 8 gigasamples. But, you know.
We're waiting for Hollywood to come back because he's kind of
Yeah.
the leader of the show.
I know, it's terrible. LC has been a member for 20 months. Until now, he did not know he needed probes. LC, everybody needs a probe now and again. Especially
Right.
as you get older, it's a probe you need. Just saying. Let's see. And that scope that TO has, I don't remember what the cost on that is. That's not a bad starter scope at all. The only advice I would give on oscilloscopes is you can, and I don't, my handheld one is out in the shop, I think. You can get a decent handheld one, and it's going to be around $200 for the 01. I think Ape has the same one I have, and it's a good scope. But if you spend a little more, like maybe $50 to $100, you can get a benchtop model. So that's something to consider if you're interested in getting an oscilloscope and learning how to use one. Is watch your bang for the buck, because you're looking at bandwidth and channels and samples per second.
Kevin might be the one that knows how all this stuff works. Kevin's saying he built one of these and he did a pickaxe thing, and I'm not sure which microcontroller that is because I, not allowed to read documentation.
Right. Let's see. I'm going to click that link that Frank posted. Hopefully it doesn't take us to any kind of weird train porn. It's probes.
Jason's telling me I have 3 screens open, but one is blocked. Okay.
Oh. Okay, well, I don't know.
Oh, somebody's back.
That would be Hollywood. He hasn't shown up in the sidebar yet.
Bring me now.
There we go.
There he is.
Well,
Not
we're
the
having
browser.
fun.
Not the browser.
So I'm on Firefox now.
Okay. Well, you sound good. We can hear you.
Okay. Video's moving. That's good for now. So if you zoom in on that chip in the bottom left-hand corner, there is a pin number on the right-hand side, somewhere in the middle.
Doc is raising funds to get
Pin
you
14. So 14 is our RF output.
a Mac, Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. So we want to probe, pin 14, L4, any of those. There's a terminal there is H, which is one side of the pot, the drive pot. You can do it there.
Okay.
So go ahead and probe that while the thing is keyed up.
Well, before we do that, let's get the scope set up to do something.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like the scope to do?
AC.
Okay. So channel 1 is set to AC at 1 volt.
Yeah.
You should probably set your ground reference though too, because it doesn't look like you have that set.
Yeah, you can set. He's right. Center the yellow line.
Great. Can I even do that?
Vertical.
Yeah. The thing is that this scope software disables the front panel of the scope.
Oh God, that's annoying. My old one did that.
So I have to drag it with the mouse. There we go.
That's fine.
Well, I drug the 1 down. There we go. And it's
dragging
also
the line. Tommy James.
Right.
Yep.
I think we're alone now.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Okay. Touch the tip of the probe with your finger and let's see if something shows on the display. You should.
Yep.
Yeah, you're there. Okay, fine. Okay, so put that on either pin 14 or probably safer to put it on test point H, which is, if you look at the pot, the drive pot, one One leg is ground, the middle is the wiper, and the other is H.
That would be on the underside of the board.
Yep.
Of the board. I guess we'll just turn the whole thing over. All right, so there's 3 pins. There's 1. There's 2.
I'll take pin number 3, Monty.
There's 3. So pin 1 is the only pin 1 by number, not pin 1 by pin 1
Right.
orientation. Is the only one that does anything. Okay. And you wanted me to somehow use my third hand to key the.
Well, Jim's going to reach through the screen and key it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that close enough to do anything.
Put a piece of black tape or something on the key.
Yeah. Or a gum band.
Yeah, that's not doing anything.
Nobody home.
That's not doing anything.
Do you? Forgive me because I can't see, but your ground on the scope probe is connected to some ground that's on the PC board?
Yes.
Okay.
It's connected to the mounting stud.
Okay. Good.
So we can, Jim, if you want to switch those displays back and forth while Hollywood is asking, because I don't have any hands for that.
And you can unplug the speaker because we don't really need to hear that.
Yeah, we have the O-scope.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was still on and doing something.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Put the scope, let's make sure that this thing has power. I know it does because it's making audio, but the U4, which is a 4-volt reference that drives that chip, let's make sure that that has power.
See if I can find U4.
It's above and to the left of the
on the schematic it is above and to the left of the chip. So you've got 12 volts, I presume, coming in, and it'll give you 4 volts out. The center pin is ground.
Well, I see a voltage regulator of Q. Yep. Well, what looks like a voltage regulator of Q5 with a big old heatsink on it.
Doc Brad, thank you for the
so there's
U4
is 4 volts out, and then U5 drops that down from. Oh, excuse me. U5 is a 50 megahertz oscillator. You can check that also.
U3, U8, U7. I'm looking, still trying to find U4.
Do you see the big chip, the U6 chip?
Yeah. Jim, if you switch this over to the overhead camera, so we can all look together.
And then zoom way in.
That's the wrong button.
Enhance.
Keyboard out of the way.
Okay. So the metal square. So if you look at the ribbon cable, behind that is a 14 pin, looks like. Yep. And that's the chip in question. And then above that is a 50 megahertz oscillator.
Okay.
Right. So on the schematic.
U5.
Is that what it says on the schematic?
Yeah.
U5?
Well, that's what it says on the board, U5.
Oh, okay. For the oscillator?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So on the schematic diagram, if you look at that chip, so if we bring up the schematic again, let's look at the chip. So the output of U5 goes to pin 6 on the chip. So what we want to do is we want to put our scope probe on pin number 6 on the chip. And we should have 50 megahertz there showing up on the scope. And it may be a square wave, but it'll be something.
It just went off the screen.
Yeah, you need to adjust your vertical reference on the scope.
It may have too much gain. It may be the trigger.
Yeah. I doubt that he's got a trigger set. What I'm guessing is he's got the vertical resolution set to like 1 block for half a volt or something.
200 microseconds.
That's your horizontal.
Well, I mean, if you move the screen over to see the scope screen, you can see what I have for controls.
I can see
tell me
the.
what to
I
do.
can actually see. I can see the scope screen when it was small.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
So-
can't see what the buttons are, but that's okay.
Right. So how do I change the time reference from the software?
You don't need to change the time reference. You need to change the voltage reference.
Great.
You have two knobs for vertical.
No knobs are allowed.
Okay, so whatever. One of the knobs physically just moves the line up and down. The other knob says how many volts or portions of a volt are in each block on the graticule. So if you change that to something higher than 200 millivolts, like put it up to 1 or 2, so you've got 2 volts per square.
It was
and let's
set
go
to
from
1.
there.
I set
Okay,
it to 10.
10 volts?
Yep.
Okay.
I set it from 1 to 10 to see if it. Yeah, so it moves up 1 square.
So it's reading.
Yep.
So it's reading DC. It's got DC there.
Yep. Okay.
I don't think it should. I think it should have a square wave of 50 megs.
Is
So
he
that's where that
probing the right
time
side of
might
that
not be.
oscillator? I guess that's what he's doing. He's probing the oscillator, Greg, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
No, I'm
The
probing
output of
the chip, pin 6 on the chip.
Yes, which is the output of the oscillator.
And he's on this chip here.
The big chip is in the bottom left.
Yep.
To its 2 o'clock position is U5. That's a 50 megahertz oscillator.
Okay.
And the oscillator output is pin 5, and that directly connects to the large chip, pin 6.
Pin 6.
So
Okay.
that's why I have him probing pin 6 on the big chip.
Okay.
Copy.
Awesome. Easier to find pin 6.
Yep. So where it's AC, you might want to put the coupling of the scope into AC mode, and then look at the scope probe in your hand. There's a switch on it usually. There's a ×1, ×10, and then an
Times
off. Okay,
I
you're
don't
on
have an off,
times.
just 1 and 10. I'm on 1.
Okay, put it on 10.
It's on 10.
So what that does is it doesn't load down the oscillator.
Increased noise. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Should start a series for the month. Futztober. Thanks for hosting tonight. Well, you know, it's funny that he mentions that, isn't it, Hollywood? Because we can screw with this piece of Felger carb next week.
That's right.
So I did change it to ×10. I probe pin 6, and I see nothing again.
Okay, turn the gain up on the scope. So make it, I don't know, a quarter of a volt or 1/10 of a volt per division.
That got exciting for a second.
Okay, yeah, there's something there. There's something there. It did change. Okay, so turn the gain up some more.
Hollywood. What's your name with the baseball cap? Do you have an auto set function in the software? So if you put the signal in and hit the auto button, it'll generally find a reasonably sane setup to let you see a signal.
There's a auto and normal choice, and it's set to auto.
Yeah, that's different.
I don't think that's what you want. Auto is what kind of triggering it's using.
Well, the good news is that scope is now seeing something. It's seeing noise.
Yeah.
And we have the like this
Jody,
output buffers to drive. So it's right.
Okay, good. So you can see the screen now, Greg. Good.
Yeah. Okay, so Steve, is the CW key keyed?
No, it is now.
Go ahead and okay, and that should not make any difference because we're looking at the master clock. That's not the waveform that I would expect to see at all. I would expect to see a square wave.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back a step. Let's look at basics of powers and grounds. I would put the scope in DC mode, and I would put the probe on the 12 volt line. You got to change the gain. So put it in, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So put the scope in DC,
Okay.
and then turn the gain of the scope down. So make it 5 volts per division. And now take the scope probe and touch it to the power lead coming in.
So it's going to go between power and ground?
Yeah. And that will I just want to see that the scope will have a positive output.
Yeah, I don't see any change.
Yeah, right. So
I
this
see a
something.
little blip when I touch it, but
Yeah.
oh no, hold on, there it is.
Okay, you know what? It
That's
is
let
because
go.
we're on divide by 10. So
Yeah.
so put it at 0.5. Put the gain at 0.5 or 1 volt. Put it at 1 volt.
1 volt.
Chris
Yeah.
is saying
Okay.
1 volt and 1 volt, 1x on the probe.
Yeah.
So I don't know, whatever Hollywood
Okay, so
wants to
it's
do.
doing, so that's so whatever, how high that went up, 1 division, that's our 12 volt reference. So let's turn the gain up a little more, so that what I'd like to have is that yellow line go all the way to the top, but not so far that we can't see it.
Wrong direction. Okay. That's off the screen. That's too far.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The refresh rate is so slow.
Yeah, yeah. Shouldn't be. I have the same scope. Mine is not. Just for whatever that's worth. It may be because it's rendering into the video feed. I don't know.
I think this is the best that we're going to be able to get.
Okay. Okay. So leave it there. Now look at the voltage regulator chip, which is the main chip, and go up to the 11 o'clock position on the schematic.
Jody, yeah, it's a 150 meg scope.
So if you look at the schematic diagram, you'll see there's a voltage regulator in the 11 o'clock position. It's U4. It's a 12 volt in and a 4 volt out. So pin 3 should have 4 volts on it. Pin 2 should be ground. Pin 1 should be plus 12.
Give me 1 second, because I'm following the thing that Matt just requested.
Yep. Right, Chris.
Yes,
Exactly.
right off
Yep.
the screen. Yeah, it's the best I can do is to get that to jump that far. Okay, so what would you like for me to probe now, Hollywood?
Okay, so the voltage regulator on the schematic is if you look at the schematic diagram, the main chip, it's in the 11 o'clock position. It's up and to the left. And it's labeled U4.
See, we looked for U4 before and we couldn't find it.
It's a 3-pin device.
I see it now.
Okay.
Just looks like a regular old transistor.
Yep.
The half soda can type deal.
Yep. Yep.
So I got to flip her over. Remember where she is.
One lead will have 12 volts. One lead will have ground, and the third lead should have plus 4.
Okay, so that one bumped up.
That's your 12. Yep.
That one did nothing.
That's ground. Yep.
And that one bumped up halfway. Good. So there's your 4.
Good. Okay. Good. Yep. Good for you. You're reading my mind. Good.
Yeah, I'm just tracing the circuit around.
Yep, exactly. Right. Because it could be a cold solder joint. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at the schematic again. And on the schematic, pin 4 has our supply voltage of plus 4. So go to the big chip and probe pin 4. Yep.
Yep.
Good. That's a good. Okay. Also, pin 15. Pin 15 should have +4.
That's noisy.
Yeah, that should have the same as pin 4. Pin 4 and pin 15 should be tied together.
Could that be the bad solder joint, Greg?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it could.
Yep.
Yeah. That's pin
It should have
15.
it should have DC on it, according to the schematic.
Okay. Greg, we might need to do a little more narration of what we're trying to do. Like, why are we trying to probe
sure.
this?
Sure.
So for the next one.
Okay. Okay, so I'm breaking down the circuit is what I'm doing. So yeah, we know we have no output. So in the last week, we looked at trying to sample the output at the dummy load, but there's all of this other circuitry between the dummy load and this chip. And so I'm just simply eliminating all of that. I'm going right to the heart of the matter, right to the horse's mouth. Let's see if we have output from the chip. And we don't. So then it's, does the chip have power and does it have ground? It's like the car. If there's no gas in the car don't go. So we see that one pin has +4 on it. That's good. But pin, I think it was 15, also needs +4. And it doesn't. It has noise on it.
W80X is saying it's the wrong pin. Let's double check the schematic.
Okay. Was he talking in reference to Kevin? Kevin said that WV0POH, Pilot Operating Handbook, said that looks like a 50 megahertz signal.
I agree. It does. It looks like a clock signal. But if you look at the schematic, let's make sure we're on the right pin. So I see pin 15 goes right to +4.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So 4 and 15 should have +4 on them. Is the chip in a socket?
It is.
Okay.
Jiggle it.
Let's try this. Power it down. Remove the power supply. Pull the chip out of the socket. Stick it back in the socket.
I don't know where my chip lifter is, so I'm going to be a heathen and use a screwdriver.
Works for me.
Oh, wait. No, hold on. I have a fancy curved tip screwdriver.
Wow.
Look at you. Let's change the screen over and watch T.O.
Destroy things.
Not destroy that chip. Jay has been a member for 13 months, and his message is, what would be minimum specs for a ham's first scope? So if you intend to probe radio stuff, it gets expensive quickly because you really need 3 to 5 times the bandwidth on the scope of the RF signal you want to look at. So if you're talking about HF stuff, up to 30 megahertz, 150 megahertz scope, 200 megahertz scope would be fine. If you want to probe things that are faster, then you need more bandwidth. If you're just doing DC electronics, 100 megahertz scope, shoot, even a 50 or 70 is probably fine.
And also, Jay, let me throw out, my main scope is only a 60 megahertz scope.
Yeah, because you're not messing with RF necessarily.
Oh no, I do.
Do you? Okay.
For that, I use either the Nano VNA, usually in RF generator mode. I use that to create RF when I do an alignment, and then I use the tiny SA as the receiver.
Okay, chip's out. Did you want me to probe this with the chip out?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to plug her back in.
Yes, good.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, hang on.
That looks good.
Do we want to look at his oscilloscope, or do we want to look at his?
No, leave it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I can see it. Yeah, he's got +4 on that pin. Good.
15. So now 15 is dead.
Yeah. Take a look under the board and see if the solder looks kosher. And if you have an iron, maybe touch it.
It looks very delicate.
Are they?
18,
Can you move the
17,
PC board
16.
forward a little bit, like an
Yes.
inch forward? There you go. Great. Okay. So that's 15. So
1, 2, 3, 4. Now see, they're not actually wired directly. You can see the trace here.
oh,
So there's
that's what I
pin
was going.
4,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
there's pin 14. So pin 4 and pin 14 line up.
Kevin says you're not on pin 14.
Kevin says 15. Are we talking about 15?
Yeah.
Mike
you're not
Smith
on
is also
15,
saying
right.
you're on 16.
So-
So
18, 17, 16, 15 is pin 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then pin 14 is the one that has the direct trace going over to pin 4 on the other side.
Maybe the schematic is incorrect. Maybe they labeled it wrong. So, oh dear. So, all right. We know we have 4 volts on one of the 2 pins.
Schematic error is what Chris is saying.
Yeah, I think it might be a labeling error on the schematic. Yeah, because the PC board doesn't change.
It can't lie, yeah. But I mean, so what we're looking at is this is pin 4 right here, and we get the 4 volts
Right.
there, and there's a direct solder trace over to pin 16.
Right. Okay. So double check pin 10. Maybe put the chip back in. Power it down. Put the chip in, and then probe 16. And let's just confirm that pin is high with 4 volts on it.
Pin is high.
Mm-hmm.
All right, chip is back in. Power is back in. And we want to do 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So a couple of people have mentioned getting the data sheet for that chip.
Mm-hmm.
And Tortoise said the pin with the 4 volts is 15. You counted from the wrong direction.
So this is the notch. This is pin 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 is the 50 megahertz noisy signal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 14 is the one that's directly connected to pin 4.
It's +4. Right.
Okay.
So
I
far,
mean,
so good.
it's a U-shaped count.
Yeah, I'm
it's
just
pin 1
reading
around
the chat,
18.
man.
Yeah. No, we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay, so on the schematic, I can't see it. Which one is the output? So it's they say it's pin 14. They're saying pin 14 is the
Goes
output, and then it
all the
goes
way
through
across the
some.
page through the
It
circuit,
goes
yeah.
through some filtering. It filters out the high. It's a low pass filter, and then it goes through a pot and into an op amp, and then the final. Okay, so pin 14, we have a clock, right? That's the one we just saw on the scope.
Yeah.
Okay.
18,
Go
17,
to
16, 15, 14.
Yep.
Pin 14 is the voltage, and pin 15 is the 50 megahertz signal.
Yeah, so it's labeled wrong.
Don is saying, is that the right version of the schematic?
Yeah.
Let's
Tim
see.
That's what it
mentioned that
looks
too.
like. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have BAC-G 94V-01203. So somewhere on that schematic, there should be this is what this schematic is.
Is that the part number on the motherboard that you just read off?
No, I read the silk screen that says,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
date code and everything.
Okay.
Matt, this is an 18-pin chip. So I physically counted the pins. I can count to 18. If you look on the schematic page, it should be on there somewhere.
Okay.
And then they're asking if I'm on the correct chip. There are no chips on this board that have as many pins as this one does.
All right.
can't
Yeah,
count the- I
there's
can't count
more
the 14 on
pages, so
anything
let
else.
me
So while Jim is looking at that, Steve, take the probe. We know we've got output from that chip. Let's see if we have the same 50 megahertz on the gain potentiometer.
Okay.
Does this help?
That's the physical layout.
Well, I thought it might help. I think you've got everything located fairly well, though. But
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the gain potentiometer.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
I see no
Nothing.
version on here.
Nothing. So he's got a date underneath his name. It says DSW-II schematic, page 1 of 2.
6/13/03.
6/13, and this is December 3rd.
Well, this says 9/10. So, and then the picture says 9/10.
So I'm seeing nothing on that potentiometer, Hollywood.
Okay. So that low pass filter, that's where the issue is probably. So Jim, can you bring the schematic up, even though the numbers are wrong, but it'll give us a ballpark. So I don't see any. So the switching, when you hit the key, looks like it's switching the op amp. It's not switching the chip on the left. So what that tells me is I should always have RF at terminal H, test point H, which is one side of that potentiometer, that gain pot. That signal should always be there.
All right, we've got some more information from the chat.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that,
that looks good. Good.
So what I did while you guys were talking was I spun the wiper just to maybe clean it up and get a better connection.
Yeah.
So Jody said that's a 16-pin device, not 18. So yeah, we definitely are looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah. Okay. So we're good to there. Okay. So now let's look at the schematic again, because we're halfway through the chain now. This is good. Okay. Let's make sure let's find the op amp on the board.
What part is the op amp?
So Jim, go up a page again to where we were.
You want that one, or you want the parts list?
No, I want to look at the original schematic where we were.
Okay.
And then zoom in. And I want to see the triangle, the op amp at the bottom of the page. Yeah, right.
LT1252 is
that's
UH.
Great. Yep, that's what we're looking at.
Which is this one right here.
Okay. Let's make sure we have power on it. And it will have on the schematic, bring the schematic back again for a second. So the schematic has power when J4 is turned on, and J4 gets turned on by Q3, which is terminal G. So here's what I would suggest. Let's go to terminal G, and let's key the CW key, and let's see if test point G goes high when we hit the key.
Where is test point G?
It's one side of Q3. U6 is not the 18-pin chip.
No, it's U7.
Right.
Frank, keep up.
There's Q2, there's Q1, there's Q unlabeled.
Yeah, Tommy, we're in full IMC. Absolutely.
Yes,
Q3,
that's exactly
there.
what this is, right?
Okay. That one looks a little dry.
You could also go to, do you see Q4 should be right next to it?
Q3, Q4, yep.
Okay. So if you go to Q4, one of those three pins on Q4 should have either 12 or +4 on it.
Well, there's 12.
Okay.
Middle should be ground.
Jim, can you put
And
it back
then
on the schematic?
that's doing
Yeah.
nothing. That's 12.
Thank you. And then
That's
zoom in a
nothing.
little bit.
That's nothing. So do I need to key up in order for these transistors to
Well, that's
go crazy?
that's what I'm trying to find out. I
right,
suspect yes.
I'm going to key up while
Greg,
I'm
can you
on
see
the
that well enough?
non-12 volt
Yes.
pin.
Okay.
Zoom is good. Yep.
Oh, there we
Yep.
go.
Good. Okay. Okay. And that was on probably the collector of Q5.
That is this one here, which is Q4.
Q4. Okay.
So we found 12 volts is the outer
Yep.
pin.
Right.
We found the center pin doesn't do anything.
Right.
Waiting for the, wait a minute. Okay, so it's 12 and 12. Okay, so 12, 12, and nothing. And then that nothing pin, when I key up,
Yeah.
looks like a key up.
Right. Right. Okay. So now the next thing in line, so we know that part works. Let's look at the schematic again. And one of the pins on that op amp. So Q4 supplies power. That's acting as a switch. When you close the key, Q4 goes high, it conducts, and it allows power into the op amp. So on the op amp, it looks like pin 7. Pin 7 should be keyed power. When you hit the key, it should go high. Pin 7 goes high. And when you unkey it, it goes low again, back to ground.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep, good. Okay.
It's doing the thing.
It's doing the thing. Okay, let's go to pin 6.
So why did we go
op-amp.
through the op amp? I mean,
Because
the op amp amplifies a signal.
Yes, and it's also being switched by the key. That's how they're creating Morse code.
Okay.
We have an oscillator on the left that's always running. And we have an op amp that we're switching in and out. We're turning it on and off. That's how we're keying the signal. And then to the right of that is a transistor, and we're using that as an RF amplifier to kick it up to 1 watt or whatever the thing does. So let's see. We know we have signal going into the op amp, or at least we didn't really check it, but I'm going to guess that we do. We know we have switched power when we hit the key. Let's look at pin 6 and let's see when we key, do we have output on pin 6? It'll be that clock signal that's smoothed out.
Okay, there's pin 6.
Yep.
And yep, we're keying.
But I see DC. I don't see RF. That should be RF.
And how do you know the difference?
Well, because it's a flat line, and it's not.
RF will be AC, and
right.
DC is flat.
Right. If you put the probe on pin 3 on that chip, I should see RF there. Yeah. Pin 3. Unkey it. I should see RF there. Turn the potentiometer all the way one way or all the way the other way. I should absolutely see something there. And it's possible that we don't have enough gain in the scope.
All right, so that's full lock counterclockwise.
So you shouldn't have to hit the key.
Okay.
I should see a clock signal.
I'm still probing while I'm turning.
Yep. Okay.
And that is full lock clockwise. And it looked like it got noisier.
Okay. So we may be okay.
Yeah.
We may be okay. It may be that the scope doesn't have enough gain. So let's turn the gain up on the scope. Or you know what you can do? Real simple. That's fine. There you go. That was
my finger.
The signal.
Oh, that's my finger.
It was.
Yeah.
Pull my finger, Okay, so I was going to say take the scope probe and just flip it up to 1.
Okay, I'm gonna flip it up to 1. We're gonna go back to
So
pin 3.
yeah,
There we go. Now we're seeing some
yeah.
fuzz.
Okay. Now go to pin 6, which is the output, and key it. Yeah.
Pin 6. That's 4, 5, 6.
I think that was right. I think it was pin 6 on the schematic was the output.
That looks more. Yeah, that looks more RF-like to me. From
Yeah.
what you described. It's not a flat
Okay.
line, and the scope's
Okay.
having trouble. The
Okay.
resolution is too high now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's
So I guess I
turn
can dial the gain back.
Turn the gain down. Yes.
turn the gain down,
I'm
or
going to
put
turn it.
or leave the gain and just flip the probe into times 10.
Yep.
That's why they give
Scope
us
is
that
times
switch.
10. Pin 6.
Does he
Key
need
down.
to change the setting on that channel too, Hollywood?
Maybe,
Yeah.
but I think I was going to say go to the next stage, which is now Q5, which is our final. One of the 3 leads will have plus 12 on it at all times. Don't key up. One of the 3 leads is tied to ground. That's our emitter. It's the one with the heatsink. It's the transistor with the
Okay, yep.
heatsink.
Yep, I see it.
Okay, flip
Fellas,
it over.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you look at the 3 leads, one of the 3 leads is tied to ground. It's soldered right to ground.
That's 12. That one should be ground. The middle.
Yeah,
'Cause
the
I'm
one
looking
in the
I'm looking
middle
at
is
the
the
board.
base. Yeah, that's okay. The one in the middle is the base of the transistor. Now, if you leave the probe there and you hit the key, you should see a waveform on the scope, and it should be keyed RF. Yep, we got it. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's go. Now we're going to probe the one that has the 12 volts on it. That's the collector. That's our output. Put that there and key the key, and it should
Oh,
be a
wow.
big signal. Yeah, good.
Yep.
So that tells us our final is good.
All right, awesome.
Great. Okay, now let's put the probe right at the output socket, the SO239, with the dummy load connected.
Okay. The output is one of these. Dang it, my ground connector came off.
Yep.
These alligator clips don't want to
I mean,
open
we're
enough for
right.
you to put them on, but
We're down to the last 30 seconds of fixing this thing.
if it's even
Everything is
broken.
fine. Yeah, everything is fine. The last thing we're checking now is the low pass filter on the output, the matching network. That's it. The final is good. I thought the
Got it.
final would be cooked. Yep.
This is
Good.
output.
Good. It's not as much gain as what we had on the collector, but that's okay. That's okay. That's because we have a load on it. So, without having do you have a watt meter you can hook up in line?
Yeah. You want a watt meter like a multimeter, or you want a watt meter like an RF?
No, an RF watt meter. And then and how many watts does this thing make? Is it half a watt?
I want to say it's 2.
Okay. So I'm asking because there should be some indication on the meter.
Okay, so I need this is a little watt meter that I built from QRP guys.
Good. Perfect.
Transmitter. It has an internal dummy load, so I'm not going to use that. External one. On. And I don't know. External. I used this not that long ago, and it was fine, but it looks weird on camera.
That's okay. We trust you. Whatever it reads, you can.
It's
speak
not
it
even
out.
lighting up right now.
Oh, okay.
George is saying that has a 4-watt max output.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, going dark.
Yep.
It's barely lit.
North 49
dim.
asks if you were probing U7 originally, which you were, correct?
Yes. 7? Which one is 7?
Going darker.
I don't
No, I
see
looked at the
7
light.
on the
I
schematic.
don't see 7 either. I see 4, 5, 6.
I see
8.
no power output. The green glow is funny.
U7 is the big chip on the top of the schematic.
There
Oh,
we go.
yep, there it
That's
is.
logic. That's logic. That's doing your dots and dashes.
Yeah.
I'm reading no power output, which is what we've been seeing all along.
Okay.
I mean, we saw it on the scope, but we
Yeah.
didn't see it on the.
Yeah. So on the okay, so we're narrowing it down. So if I go to the collector of that final, which is Q5, the big transistor with the heatsink,
Yep.
I get a nice fat output. Let's start there. So we'll probe that one again and look at the schematic and I mean not the schematic, the scope screen.
Okay, so that's the 12 volt.
Yep.
And
Look
there's
at
your
how
big-
fat that is. See how much? Okay, that's what it should be, that and maybe a little more on the output. Certainly not less.
Okay.
So go to the next thing in line on the schematic. I'm not sure, Chris, because we're toggling back and forth. Test point A. Yeah, test point A is the collector after it passes through the DC blocking cap, which is C31. So Chris, he should see the same RF level at test point A that he saw when he was probing the collector.
What is test point A?
Test point A is just the other side of C31.
C31. C30? C29?
Well, it may be 30.
C1?
It's a 0.1 according to the schematic.
C23.
It's directly connected to the collector of that transistor.
I see it.
And then, okay.
So nothing. Nothing. Whoa.
Yep. There you go.
Hold on. Yeah, there we go.
You should have a nice fat signal on either side of that capacitor.
Okay, let's try the other side. Trying not to short things out.
Right.
Yep, looks good.
Good. Okay. So we know C31 is good. Okay. Let's go to those 3 coils. Let's go to the first one.
L8.
Yep.
I need
It's
a bigger
L7.
mouse thing.
Yeah. You can slide it over and make it embiggen.
L7 looks good. Can I get into L8? There's L8. L8 looks good.
Okay.
And L9.
It won't slide.
I don't know if I'm on that. I'm on it. That's lower.
That's
but
lower.
I'd expect them to all be a little bit different. There's also an L10, a fourth toroid.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you care for me to probe that one too.
Yep.
All right, that's going to be tricky.
Probe all the things.
But that one's right near the center pin of the power connector if I was trying to probe it. Yeah, that one's even quieter.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if when it was assembled, maybe they put the parts. Well, yeah, right, Chris. That's where I was thinking that one of the coils is open. However, if it was open, you would see nothing on the other side.
Yeah.
So now what I'm thinking is maybe they've got them in the wrong order. So the first coil, the first coil should have 10 turns, and it should be a red toroid. It's a type 2. Okay. The next one should be, the next two are both 15 turns and type 6. And I forget what color type 6 is. I can look it up. No, actually I can't because I'll probably freeze my computer again.
Marvin, thank you. Marvin has
So I
been a member
have,
for 8 months.
thank you, Marvin. I have 3 red toroids.
Oh, no. Shouldn't be. Not according to the schematic. Only the first one should be a type 2, which is red, and the others are type 6.
So you can see a little shade of red there, and a little
Mm-hmm.
shade of red there. So
Mm-hmm.
this is L8, this is L9, and this is L10, and L10 is a little shade of red also.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one here is the oddball out, L7, and that's black.
If you observe the solder connections, does it look like this was manufactured or did the guy build it?
It's a combination, because in
Okay.
the book there is hints that there's on the schematic there is a
Yeah.
star next to all of the factory installed parts.
Yeah.
And then that would indicate that there are some more parts you need to do. And I can tell there's a difference in solder quality. For example, this here looks hand done,
Yeah, right. Me too. I agree.
and then these look a little bit better, but these are the
Yeah.
toroids. So I
Yeah.
can't imagine they would ship it. Like if I was building a kit to sell to people, I would make them wind the toroids.
Right.
I mean, love you,
Right.
but don't love you that much. This one looks like
Right.
it was reworked, and that
Yep.
is
So
that
check for
chip
solder
there, E1,
bridges. It's in that area.
in this area up here.
Where those 3 toroids are. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
low pass it's a band pass filter.
Jonathan, thank you for the $20 super chat.
It should
Much
only
appreciated.
pass 20 meters, whatever this thing is
Right.
designed to do. And I know I have good RF on the input. We haven't put a meter on the input because we really can't.
What do you mean by input?
So the input to those 3 toroids, the 3 toroids are a low pass filter. The
Okay.
input to those coming from the final transistor. When we probed the output of that transistor, we had a nice fat display on the oscilloscope. But
I have an
after we go
updated
through,
schematic, boys.
go ahead.
Oh, good.
Yeah, please
Do it.
stand by.
So there's another capacitor here. It goes through C32 next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the toroids, Steve, are all in series, and the capacitors are shunting to ground on either side of the toroid. So it's a filtering circuit.
I think I might have lost connection with my software.
You still streaming? I still hear you.
Yeah, no, the scope is going crazy, but
Oh.
the software is not showing anything anymore.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
And my remote control program just crashed.
The good
I wanted
news
to
is
show you something.
the expensive parts on the board are all fine. It's 95% fine. It's the last 5%
Really?
that's where the issue is.
Oops.
Piece of shoe. Windows
Mhm.
went to sleep. That's why my scope stopped showing you things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Windows is back up. Let's get logged into it again. Here we go. Let's share it out again.
All right, this should be an updated schematic.
Okay. So let's zoom in, Jim, on those toroids on the schematic. Let's see if the schematic says that they're all type 2.
No, it says the same thing. They're type 2 and type 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it won't let me scoot this thing over. It says L8 is a 2 and L9 and 10 are 6.
Right.
Now this is 11/1/2003 on this schematic.
Mm-hmm.
Getting closer.
Yeah.
Steve, can you see if one of the toroids has less turns on it?
Yes, I can.
And one of them should have 10 turns, and the other 2 should both have 15 turns each. According to this, which we don't know if it's right.
Right.
This is why they have the right to repair law.
that they shouldn't have needed in the first place.
Right. Yep.
All right, let me see if I can count these turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-ish on L8.
Okay.
And then L7 probably is the one with 10 on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 also.
Mm-hmm.
And then L9 has more.
And the last one is the one that goes to the SO239.
Yeah,
That
that's
should be
L10.
Yeah, that should be 15 turns.
It's probably more than 15 by looking at it. So could he have rejiggeried this thing to
That's
a
exactly
different
what
band?
I'm wondering if when the thing was built, that they put the wrong low pass filter in. It's designed to transmit 20 meters. You may have a 40-meter low pass filter in there,
So
which is
looking on the
why
wrong
we have
band
all this
this time.
attenuation, right? Because the transistor is making output. It's working fine. And then it's going through this filter to clean up whatever harmonics are on there. And the filter, if it's the wrong filter, it ain't going to pass the signal. It's
All
going
right,
to
now
attenuate it.
This updated manual
Yep.
is saying that the operating frequency is 14060.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have lost my audio.
No, we hear you.
He might not hear us.
Yeah. Okay. So it's transmitting in the CW portion of 20 meters.
Yep.
But if that is the wrong band pass filter, if they made this kit or whatever, they make another one that does 40, or they make a third one that does 80. Each one will have a different low pass filter in it.
Yep.
I bet that's what happened. It's quite possible. And then if that's the case, it never worked.
All right. We had the tiny SA out last week, but I don't know that we were even listening in the right one. So
Yeah.
Matt's on to something. Fewer turns is not a problem. It would push the filter frequency higher. So the next band up is 17 meters. Nothing. The dummy load can't be absorbing everything. It's a 15-watt dummy load. It can't be absorbing.
Okay, I'm confused now. How did you? Does this thing do multiple bands?
No, but Matt was saying that the wrong number of turns would give you a different filter characteristic, which is true.
Yes, I agree.
So I'm just playing. I'm just looking at different frequencies to see.
But you made mention about 17.
I did, because I changed my radio to 17 to listen to while I transmitted.
Okay, got it. Okay. So if you put get the tiny SA out, just put a little piece of wire. Do you have like a little short antenna? Just
I don't know.
Like an inch long.
I've got the little 4-inch antenna that it comes with.
Okay, good enough. We know it transmits. It just doesn't transmit very powerful signal because it's not going through that filter.
Tiny SA has been achieved.
Good. So we'll use the SA and we'll figure out what frequency is this thing talking on. Because maybe it's not talking on 20 meters. Right, maybe it has the right filter, but it's not talking on 20.
What do you want the start to be?
Oh, I don't know. 3 megs up to 30.
Okay, that's the noise in my shack.
That's okay. Yeah, good. Keep the thing up, and then take it like a metal screwdriver or the scope probe and touch it to the collector while it's keyed, and then look at the SA. So in other words, the scope probe is acting as an antenna.
Touch the scope probe to what?
To the collector. Remember the output of the final? Right.
Test point A.
Right.
Tortoise Overland has gifted 5 memberships at the tech level. Walker Customs got 1. Jarrett McAllister got 1. Reed AB8AS got 1. And Captain Glenn got 1.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
So thank you, Tortoise. Appreciate that,
thank you.
buddy.
Do I have enough real estate for this?
Yeah, it's a good shot. Yep.
Okay. So I don't remember which one was which. I think it's that one.
Yep, I do too.
It's that one.
Okay,
I think it's the signal on the left.
Mm-hmm.
I let go. So this number 1 here is, well, it was before I moved. It was shack noise.
Yeah.
And I think it's this signal over
I
here.
agree. So if you
And
take the thumb wheel on the SA, you can slide that over, or maybe it'll read it.
I don't have enough fingers.
I know.
All right. I think it's there. 6 megahertz. 6.7. All right. Now I know what I need to do. 6.7. So I'm going to change the range on the SA. So I'm going to start at 6 because it's 6.7. I'm going to stop at 7.2, our favorite. Okay. Scope probe again. And the SA is not picking it up. Really? All right, let's add it up a little bit.
Jody said he ran that filter through ChatGPT, and the cutoff is 7 to 9 megahertz low pass. That's
right.
A 40 meter.
Oh,
filter.
it's a 40 meter. Interesting.
Yeah.
Which would sort of make sense with the 6.9 if it has an IF. That might bump it up to.
Is it supposed to tingle?
Absolutely. That's why that's why I'm on this side of the screen.
Lick the shiny metal parts and see if it really tingles. I mean, that's the key. Frank, quit sending me DMs of manuals. We're good. Calm down.
So this thing. Okay, so interesting. So this thing, if Jody's math is right, and I have no reason to believe that it wouldn't be, this is a 40 meter QRP, not a 20.
It might have been 40 all along. And now why can't I see that at all? When we did 3 to, I don't even remember what we did. 3 to.
We did 3 to 30.
We thought that it was over here.
Yep.
Yeah, Stephen Wilson, the problem is that he does not have a tracking generator on that tiny SA.
Right.
It has a frequency generator, but it will not let you output a signal and track it at the same time.
Oh, I read the wrong thing. I read 6.7 and marker 1 is at 11 megahertz. So all right, let's do that again. Center, 11 megahertz, and let's do span of 5 megahertz.
Yeah, I saw it, Jody. I'm reading it, but I can't process all that and insert it into this.
Okay, there's the signal.
At this time.
And it's right dead center. Let's try that. Very close to 11 megahertz.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't be.
No.
Yeah, very close to 11 megahertz. It says 1105, which is within the margin of error.
Yeah. Yeah. So Matt is correct. You can use the Nano VNA to sweep the filter and find out exactly what its bandpass is.
It's a custom 30 meter version. That's way out of spec. It could be 30 meters. I mean, it's legit to do CW on 30.
You bet.
And that would be 10 megahertz something. All right, so now let's come over here.
10.130, I don't know.
Ish,
yeah. FT8 is 136 on 10 megahertz, so I assume CW would be a little above or below that. I don't know where. Right, William? It's a custom 30-meter version.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where I got the 20 from.
Well, because that's why I would have guessed it was 20 since its name is DSW-20.
Okay, so there's another date on the circuit board of 11/24/03.
Oh, now you tell us.
Well, that's
Well,
kind of where we are with this manual that
yeah,
I've got. Tio, the date on this is November of 03.
yeah.
For what good that's worth with.
So I looked this up probably 5 or 6 years ago when I got it, when I was just a
Yeah.
young ham. So
Yeah.
maybe I just guessed that it was 20, but I'm
I
not
would have
picking it
done the
up.
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 50 megahertz on the schematic, the 50 megahertz oscillator, we haven't confirmed that that is exactly 50 megahertz. Why don't we do that? Let's use our SA and make the SA scan from 40 to 60 megs. And then we'll put the scope probe on, and I can't see what the pin number is because it's really tiny. On the main chip looks like, is it pin 8, Jim? The output of the oscillator goes to the big chip.
Yeah, I'm trying to
zoom it in. Yeah, pin 6. So go to the big chip, put your scope probe on pin 6. It will act as an antenna.
Yep.
It may not have enough signal for the SA. You may have to put the antenna of the SA next to, without touching, the scope probe and couple some of that energy into it. But it should display 50 megs on the money.
Something's happening. Yeah, switch back over to the overhead, Jim.
Yep.
Anybody in the chat, is this, because I can't do it, is this chip that we're looking at on the bottom left of the schematic, is it simply a divide by 4? So we're taking 50 megs, we're dividing by 4, we get 10 megs. So therefore it's a 30-meter transmitter.
Tim, quit arguing with people.
Does that make sense, what I just said, Steve? So you've got a 50 megahertz oscillator on the board. If you look at the schematic, it's feeding into that main chip, that U6 in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yep.
If that chip is a divide by 10, 50 megs in divided by 10 is 10 megahertz out. That's the 30-meter band. I don't know what U6 is, other than...
I'm seeing a spike around 55 megahertz. That's marker
55.
1. And then there's another spike that's lower than that.
Well, it should be the larger of the two, I would presume.
I get 2 spikes. I mean, if you switch to the overhead, you can see how I'm coupled into this thing. I get 44 and 55. See how my hand's there?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
And if I let go of the key,
yeah,
those 2 spikes disappear. This one is
Okay,
44 and this one is 55.
if we're looking at the oscillator, that oscillator should be on all the time. It doesn't matter whether you key it or not. So actually don't key it.
Okay.
So, Matt, let me see.
Pin 6 again. I moved my probe.
Matt is saying pin 14 of the 9835 should be a DDS generated RF output.
Yep.
Like Hollywood said, and it should
Right.
be continuous.
Right.
The scope will tell you directly what frequency is being generated.
Does his scope have that capability? Will it read out frequency?
I don't think it has an FFT, if that's what you're after, no. He'd need to use the tiny SA to read a frequency, and that shouldn't mess up the front end of that thing. It's not going to be that high of a...
But except that it might have DC on it.
Ooh,
and you don't want to put that into the...
and he doesn't have a DC block, I'm sure.
Right.
So
right.
I do.
That's why I was doing the hand coupling, because then you've got some capacitance. You'll get the RF transfer, but okay.
So Arnold Grubbs is saying the DDS the U6 is a DDS that needs to be programmed to get what you want it to output.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at
Go
Mr.
for it.
Fancy Britches. I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I stand corrected, Stephen.
He's got everything in that
I
trailer.
apologize for doubting you, Lord.
Anyway, how do you want me to connect this thing straight to the output of the radio?
Yep.
I have attenuators also.
Might not be a bad idea.
It would not hurt. You got like a 10 dB or something like that, Steve?
This is a 20.
Aces.
Try
Jam
it.
it. Go for it. Just don't forget to offset
50,
it. In
50 would be too much.
Yeah.
But a 20, you might see something. We'll see.
Well, he can offset it in the
Mm-hmm.
in the Tiny SA too. So when
So that is back level external gain is minus 20, 1x, and then you can see over here minus 20 dB.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I need an adapter. I need a series of adapters to get me down to BNC. I'm off camera making adapters.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Wrong gender. Right gender. Everybody needs a selection of RF adapters.
and
Boy,
Tio Frank
look at you go. He's got
Frank
more
is
parts than
threatening
I
you.
do.
Frank is
What,
threatening
Frank?
you. He's saying he's going to talk to you after the show.
All right, Frank. You know, Frank's the real boss around here, in case y'all hadn't figured that out.
I know how the conversation is going to go. Actually,
Frank has sent me about 14
sorry,
copies
Frank, I
of
couldn't
various
help it.
manuals that I could have put up, but it would have interrupted y'all's workflow. So
it's like trying to teach somebody how to bowl, and you've got like 14 people in the.
I know,
in the
and
lane.
guys, we appreciate all of your comments.
Oh, it makes it fun. Do it.
It does. Keep commenting and keep making fun of Frank too. But it's really hard to collate and keep throwing all this crap on the screen when he's trying to show something and we got a schematic and it gets exciting.
Zoom out a bit. What a mess.
That's all right.
Should have had a right angle adapter in there somewhere.
Well, you're doing fine so far.
You know, we haven't seen any sparks, so yes.
Right.
Because all these bits of metal sitting on the workbench. Okay, now what? Pin 6 again?
So wait a minute now. So the SA is looking at the output of the radio.
Yes. So just key up.
Yeah. Briefly.
Why the hesitation?
Because you've only got 20 dB in line.
Right.
But
I can do another 20.
It ain't my SA.
I can do another 20. Well, I'm leaning on you as the expert here.
If you've got another 20, I didn't know you were going for the output of the radio.
Where should I have put this?
Well, I was thinking my original intent. Okay, just put the other 20 in line, and then let's do it this way. While you're doing that, I'll explain. My original intent was to take the SA and have a probe on it and probe the output of that master clock, that 50 megahertz clock.
Ah, okay.
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't using my words like a adult.
Like a big boy.
Right.
All right, so that's 40 dB plus a DC pad, DC block.
This will also tell us definitively at what frequency is the thing talking on or trying to.
All right, so I need to do external of minus 40, 1x, and then we're going to do start and stop of 1. Well, it's not going to be 160 meters. There's no way.
No.
Start
Go
at
3 to 30.
7. Okay, 3.
We have no shortage of geniuses in the comments.
Of
Some of
course.
them actually know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are just spewing random line noise, I believe. But George is saying that U6 is a surface mount chip. U7 is the wrong chip to be probing.
Okay. We did get some excitement.
That's quite possible that I'm following what is on the schematic and the schematic is wrong.
And then Frank said something that was apparently just prophetic that I haven't passed on to you because I don't know what the hell it
You're in
was
shock.
that he said. And Liberty Cave is yelling at me to tell T.O. what Frank is saying about the pin. So I don't know what they're on about. Ham
There's a
Man.
big signal.
I don't know what he's talking about either.
So we're down at the lower portion of the band here. All right, so I'm going to shrink this down because the tiny SA doesn't sweep very fast.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
shrink
just
it
do
down
less
to
points, right?
12 megs. There we go. There's a big signal there at the end. And that's
There's a
at
whole bunch of
10.9
signals.
megahertz, which is where we thought it was. Well, it's got to settle down. I don't want to juice it for too long.
I know.
That big signal is 11
I got it.
megahertz.
Okay.
And Matt is correct. If you wanted to look at it on the scope, the O scope, 20 microseconds would be 50 megahertz.
Yeah. So the output of the radio is really, really darn close to 11 megahertz.
Which is no good.
Man, thank you for the super chat. Does nobody any good?
See, Leno Dev, exactly right. I appreciate it. Thank you for the moral support.
So this chip that's in question, is it a chip that needs to be programmed, or is it hard programmed?
I mean, it's a PIC, so it is programmable.
Okay.
Guys, I'm not probing anything. I'm sitting here throwing up comments.
Yeah, so nobody's yelling at you, Jim.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know who the hell they're yelling at because they feel like it's my fault that you're probing the wrong thing. It's like,
okay, so we're on 11 megahertz for some reason. So that filter is either really good or really bad.
with a 40 megahertz filter,
Yeah.
or a 40 meter filter. Bricker says we're trying to tell you that you are probing the wrong pin in the wrong part. Okay, see, I told them now, Bricker. Thanks.
Okay,
Great.
fair enough.
Thank you.
So
Thank
we
you for
know
telling
you
me what I'm
guys
doing
aren't mad
wrong.
at
What should I do
anybody.
right? Chris is good people.
So Chris, I agree with you. So what would you suggest that we probe? Because the problem is that the schematic that we have is not apparently what's on the board.
And now Frank is getting extra sassy too.
18,
He's used
17,
capital letters
16,
at me, Steve.
14. Oh my God.
Can we get a good look at that 50 megahertz reference oscillator, like a clear look?
Yeah. It should say 50 megs on the can.
Well, it's the only bloody oscillator sitting on the board. You can see it from here.
No, there's two. This one
Is
here
there another
says
one?
32 megahertz, and this one says 4.069, 4.096.
32.
Yeah, the oven is 32.
Hmm.
Oven.
Jody, thank you for the 5 Canadian super chat.
Yes.
George is saying the schematic is correct.
Okay.
Frank is yelling at me again.
Oh, those exclamation points.
I know. It's like, are you 12? Calm down.
It is that little SMD part. Chris, I missed it. What's the little SMD part? Oh, that's your ADS. Your AD 9830, whatever. So we've been probing this chip here, and we should have been probing that chip there.
Okay, fair enough.
To tell us.
U6B is below the 50 meg oscillator, the tiny chip.
Below in this orientation. So it's saying it's U5, and this one is saying it's U7.
See, I don't even see U6B on this schematic.
Can we get some zoom in there? Yes,
Crystal.
they're saying
U5. Yeah.
That one.
U5
this
is the
32 megahertz crystal.
Yeah.
And then that one there is the AD 90 whatever. So we've been probing the PIC, the microcontroller, and not this guy.
Which is doing the switching between the DITs and the DAs.
Yeah, so I don't know if I trust.
So the thing is, do not. I would not probe the actual chip. You can probe the component that is connected to that lead.
I think it's that one.
Okay.
And I see nothing on the scope when I do that. And so I don't know if you can see that or not. Nope, Jim just switched.
Okay.
So if you look at this capacitor, you can see the round PCB hole and the
I
black.
sure do. Yep.
So if you flip it over, he's got decent enough solder on the back, but he's not dwelling long enough to get the solder to flow all the way through the board.
Hit it with some
I wonder
heat.
if it's intermittent. Yep.
Yeah.
Unplug it and hit it with some heat.
Yeah, smoke it. Well, at least one of us can smoke.
And use flux if you have it. Lube is good.
Flux it if you got it. The power connector keeps coming out. I think. I don't know.
And Hax has got a good point. He's asking, is 32 could be the MCU clock?
Microcontroller. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know because I don't trust the schematic now.
Yeah, there's a lot of disconnects between what we're seeing here and what Steve's seeing on the board.
Because if you look at the schematic above, if you scroll up a little, okay, right, that chip at the top, that is connected to the key. You see the key on the left, J1? That's the input, dots and dashes. So that's the thing that's making the dits and das. And it has a crystal on it down at the bottom. Y5, right.
And Y5 is 4.096. So it's a 4 megahertz microcontroller.
Right. Bingo. So U5, the 50 megahertz one with the big metal can, that's the one creating the RF. That's the time base or whatever. And then maybe it gets divided from that because you're not transmitting at 50. It's not, it's not a 6 megahertz.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
so because it matters, that's the 32 megahertz one.
Yeah, and that's the one you said says 32. Hang on.
Yeah, so U5 says it's 50, and this one here says 32 on it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Oh.
I thought that was odd. The boys in the chat figured that out.
R17.
Because what we're looking at on the schematic says 50, but...
Yeah, right.
R17 is also a little dry.
Yeah,
so
this is the schematics we got, boys. And the other one that I had is similar enough that it's almost no difference.
There you go. And then it went flat. I guess I rolled
Now,
off.
this is interesting. Let's try
So are we agreed that the bandpass filter is indeed for 40 meters?
I would have to take it off and count the turns specifically.
Okay. And that's not, and even that is not definitive.
Right.
It's just part of the equation. And then if we followed that rabbit down the hole and we say, okay, this board is made to transmit on 40 meters, how are we getting 7 megs in change from 32?
Well, we're getting 11 on the BNC.
But we shouldn't be getting 11.
Right.
We should be getting something in one of our bands. Or did they ever sell this kit for 6 meters?
We'd have to go to archive.org. I think that's a job for Frank.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now, looking at this, yeah. Am I sharing?
It says 50
that?
megahertz there.
That one
you
says
are.
50 megs on the oscillator.
Yep. And there's your pick right there.
Yeah. And look at the 3 toroids: yellow, yellow, red.
Yep.
Yep, and I've got red,
Not
red.
3 reds.
He's got red, and red.
Did they make a model for 50 megahertz, 6 meters?
Oh my God! Frank is sending me another manual. Frank,
He says it's the 30-meter manual.
If this doesn't have the correct schematic, Frank, I'm never talking to you again.
All right. Put Jim on big screen so we can watch the wizard at work.
Well, I want to see if it's the same thing. It's not really any help. That's the same damn one.
I mean, I'm actually
Oh,
impressed.
no, it's not. No, it's not. Frank is forgiven at this time.
At this
You know,
time.
Frank does a hell of a job. He's driving the train and finding all of this schematic for us.
And
Well,
annoying
he tooted
me.
the horn twice as he drove by.
Right.
And annoying me simultaneously.
What is the color of L1? L1 is bluish.
No, I don't want to save a copy. I want you to close the fucking thing.
Frank's saying they didn't make a 6-meter version.
Okay. That's good to know. What versions did they make? 80, 40, 20?
Now, Frank sent me the manual for the DSW-III.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Frank says L1 being blue matches the 30-meter schematic, which is what's getting us close to 11. So there is something screwy here. It's just probably misaligned, maybe?
How do you align it? You have to do it with software. Yeah.
Squeeze the toroids.
Oh no, it's going to be dead on because I would think because it's CW.
Yeah. There is another trimmer at C12, trimmer capacitor at C12.
Is this thing supposed to be rock bound or can you?
So hang on, let me show you because I think you just leaned on the same thing that I was leaning on. The crystal filter here as well.
Right. I see it. C12 is a trimmer.
Yeah, that's the trimmer I was talking about before.
Yep.
And that's the L1 being bluish.
Mm-hmm.
What are these? I wonder if I can read those or not. 4.0, 4.0. Can't see that one because it's blocked by a capacitor. And that one's 4.0. So these 4 cans here are 4.0. So I think that's another part of the filter, isn't it? That's like an audio filter, right?
Yeah, you're not. It's RF. It's 4 megs. You're not going. It's an IF.
Yeah. So what I was thinking is it's the CW passband or something as opposed to this filter here.
Thank you.
2040 and 80, Jason says.
And no 30 though.
No 30.
But Frank, on the other hand, has given Jim a schematic for 30, which is this one.
Yep. The DSW-II-30.
U5 is 32 megahertz.
That is the 30.
Oh,
that's the 30 meter version.
Okay.
Where's our output filter so we can see turns on toroids and whatnot?
Down here in the lower
Bottom
right.
Yeah, you're on it. Yep.
13 turns.
Looks like 18 and 18. I can't.
Hang on. Hold on.
Embiggen.
Let me plus that up for you. This thing is doing something weird with the window, but
yeah.
All right. They're all type 6.
And
they're 13, 18, and 18.
And that's 8, 9, and 10. What is L7?
L7.
That's 6.
That's the collector. That's all that does is it keeps the RF from going into the power supply.
It doesn't have turns on it at all. It doesn't tell me the turn count. So
it'll be in the instructions.
It's going to be it's just there to stop RF from going into the supply, so it can't go up. It has to go to the right.
Okay.
Gendron, you missed out on so much.
Oh Lord!
Finally gets here.
Yeah,
we're 2 hours into a 1 hour stream, and he finally shows up.
Slacker. He's packing his Speedo for the trip to the British or the Virgin Islands.
I did not need that mental image.
He's going down there. It's going to be the Virgin Islands. He comes back. It ain't the Virgin Islands no more.
It's the Gendron Islands. All right. So let me pull this off, and just get the 3 of us back. Where do we go from here?
There was a song about that.
What frequency does it enunciate when it gets powered on? You want me to turn the speaker back on?
Jim, I have that earworm going now.
Yeah, I
Stop.
know. It's in mine
Stop.
too. It's in mine too. George, I'm wondering that if it's a 30-meter board in a 20-meter case.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the case doesn't say anything on it.
Well, I wonder if somebody mixed and matched parts. You know?
She's not making any noise anymore.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess it would help if I had it plugged in. Yeah, I unplugged it on purpose.
Uh-huh. And that's not a normal sound that I would expect either.
I was told by somebody through email or something, or YouTube comment from last week, that this thing sounds this crappy.
Really?
Yeah, so when you turn it on, it doesn't enunciate anything.
Yeah, a couple people besides Frank are also saying that the 30 and 40 versions have U5 as 32 megahertz. So it's either 30 or 40.
The clock is 32, and the 4 meg band pass, which is what's on this board, tells Frank that it's a 30-meter board.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was closer to matching this manual that he sent.
I mean, that switching on and off, that pulsing, in my world, that shouldn't do that. Maybe it's normal for this thing, but
frankly, it would drive me batshit crazy if I have to listen to it much longer.
I'm not buying it. Yeah.
RQ is saying 13, 18, and 18 for 30 meters, which I think matches what was in our schematic RQ. Yes,
Yeah,
13, 18, and 18.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's like the Russian woodpecker.
Right. It doesn't have to be good to be good.
Bricker, I don't know if he has an LC meter.
I do not.
Yeah.
Spoiler, you can use the tiny, the Nano VNA.
The Nano will do that, right?
Will do that, yeah. But I don't think we need to go down that road yet.
I think we might be getting to homework time.
Well, what did we learn? We learned that it's probably a 30-meter board. We learned that the final is good. The thing transmits. It doesn't transmit a lot of power. It's very much attenuated. And it's not transmitting on the frequency that it should be.
Okay.
So my guess is that most of the major parts are fine. I originally, when I first saw this a week ago, I said, oh yeah, the final is cooked. Because that's 9 out of 10 times what happens. It sees a bad SWR, it cooks the final, and everything before that is fine.
Frank said, Hollywood Frank said, check your messages after this.
Got it.
He's asked me like 3 or 4 times. So
that explains why my phone has been buzzing all night. I understand.
Sorry about that. Sean is very correct on this. We all have a lot to learn.
Oh, yeah.
We all have a lot to learn from each other.
Yeah.
And this is fun. This is where we learn these things. And even if you didn't pick up on everything that we're doing, which I didn't pick up on everything we're doing, you still picked up on something. And now you're a little less scared. I'm not picking on you specifically, Sean. All of us are a little less scared to do a little bit deeper next time.
Right.
So what were you going to say from Matt?
Well, now it's scrolled away. Where'd it go? And if we mess with this next week, I think we definitely need to do this. Measure the R frequency that you see at the output transistor collector and do that with the O scope.
I agree.
See what the scope shows.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have, I'm sure he doesn't have an FFT on that scope, but we can still get the frequency. Like you said, just set it for 20 microseconds.
Mm-hmm. You can do it the old-fashioned.
Jody is correct. Okay. I think what I need to do in, off camera, because you guys don't want to watch me heads down soldering things that are already soldered.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to reflow all the solder across the board. And then always get the proper paperwork on the rig you're working on. Yes. So unfortunately, there is nothing on this board that indicates what it is. There's nothing on the front panel of the radio that indicates what it is. Like that's your front panel. It says SWL on it. And I Googled SWL and I looked for pictures that had the gray case and I saw DSW-II. And then I just guessed at 20. I don't even know why I guessed at 20. Maybe that was my own personal confirmation biases kicking in or something.
Didn't it say it on the board? I thought it said it on the board.
No, I don't see it anywhere. Okay.
Well, then I confirmed your confirmation bias because I thought it said something there, and that's why we were looking at the DSW-20.
But that 32 megahertz crystal would have given it away.
It should have, yes. To both.
But I'd have to go look at every single documentation, look at every single board schematic. Yeah. And there is a missing part that's unlabeled.
And generally the feeling from the chat is that this has been a cool show, even if it was 2 hours of, intense.
2 hours of push and broom.
Yeah. Get you an 8x10 4-bit room.
Yep.
The irony is I played that on my first gig at OKQ. Yeah.
Jody thinks this is better than watching TV. And the Brocam says this is hilarious and educational. He feels better about his struggles with diagnosing electronics.
Good.
Every day, I'm not nearly in the neighborhood of this guy at all. I mean, everything I've learned about electronics is self-taught-ish. And there's a ton of stuff I don't know what I'm doing.
King of the Roid, Helic at North 49.
King of the Roid. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up on comments. I think we got. Yes, the takeaway from this was to find the right schematic for the dingus we're looking at. That is exactly right.
We weren't too far off.
No, we weren't. And Hollywood sussed that out really quick, too. I would have spent hours looking at the wrong one going, this is not right. But
we've got RF coming out the top end.
Right, right.
It appears to be at 11 megahertz.
This is a frequency problem. Yeah.
I mean, even if we reflow everything, I don't know what to do next.
I'm with you or whoever's idea it was to reflow it.
It was Hollywood's.
Because, I mean, that's a cheap fix. Layer 1, dude. Layer 1. When the network's down, let's check layer 1 first before we get all weird with layer 5, 6, and 7.
How does this transmitter decide not just what band, because it only does one band, but what frequency does it talk on?
There is there's two knobs on the front. One of them is labeled gain.
Yeah.
And the other one is unlabeled. And I don't know what the unlabeled knob does, but it's probably in the instructions. And it's a tacky rotary encoder type knob.
Oh, okay.
Click, 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 click,
yeah,
click,
yeah.
Click, click. But it's a very light click.
Tortoise is asking, does the daughter board have to be connected to make it work properly?
Maybe.
We were getting RF out. I did have it plugged in sometimes.
Yeah, but
we
have the wrong frequency, and maybe that's the programming part of it. Maybe that front board talks to the oscillator section and says, hey, you're supposed to be here. You got a PLL.
Yeah. All right, let's dummy load. Plug that in. Power. Plug that in. Key. Plug that in. Well, I mean, I'm not seeing anything at all on 10 meters. So I've got my 705 sitting over here. That's not the right camera. And it's set to a 100 kilohertz span, and I'm at 10.15, 10.015. And I should see a little tiny blip or something. Even though I'm using a dummy load as my antenna, I should see a little tiny blip. The front board is plugged in. It lights up when I do the RIT button. Nothing. And when I push the frequency button down, it does enunciate over the speaker in Morse code 1.5.
Okay.
So I hate to potentially spoil our show for next week, but Hamman is saying that guy still does kits.
He does. He's still alive.
So we could email him with a picture of that and say, what the actual heck is this?
I'm pretty sure
we're pretty sure it's the 30 board, yes. But
And the software's doing software things.
Mhm.
11015. I'll try it, TO. It's weird having another TO in the group.
Yeah, I think we need more information about what this thing is supposed to do. What can we expect from it?
Frank, make sure you send that manual, the last one you sent to me, send that to Sparky over there.
Yeah.
And Hollywood too.
Oh yeah, I need a
Since
copy.
you're going to annoy Hollywood later as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think Frank did find that is the right manual because it seems to
Why
match
would it have
that.
a gain knob on the front and a gain knob on the back?
Audio gain on the front.
Well, yeah, one is audio and one
RF
is
drive
RF.
on the back. Maybe.
Oh, I can deal with that. Yep. The gain knob on the front is volume.
Okay.
Because you got to do that every time you touch a Morse code key.
I
Oh,
can't.
that's quiet.
I can't get over the received noise that it's making. I
I
mean,
know, isn't that horrible?
is
Frank-
that? Is it like it's going? Is what's the word? It's break in. Is that a local oscillator that's running that's saying you can break in now, but you can't, and it's just
It could be.
motorboating? I don't know.
Oh, it gets quieter. That's just noise. When I shield the board, it gets quieter.
Okay.
So I put my hand near the board.
It's pretty regular noise.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
I think we need information from the guy who built it, designed it.
Jody said, so this is in Discord. The latest schematic, here's the analysis. The dominant cutoff frequency is determined by the lowest frequency stage, which is around 3.7. This suggests the filter is designed for HF suppression below 4 megahertz, possibly targeting harmonics or protecting a receiver front end. So 80 meters.
With the 32 megahertz chip? 32 megahertz
I'm
crystal?
quoting what Jody said. I don't know enough to say anything else.
Well, I think we need the schematic for the 80 meter model.
Frank?
Get on it, Frank. Well, I think we've reached the end of another successful Nuggets episode.
Oh, thank God.
We've got some homework to do. Yeah, my microphone's going to die here in a couple of seconds. So we're out of airspeed and runway or whatever it is.
Out of airspeed and runway, yeah.
Well, I had a ball, so, you know. Anytime, guys, if you want to do it again, give me a holler and we'll do it.
Yeah, you say that now. You're going to get tired of all of us here real fast.
No,
He hasn't gotten tired of me and that damn power supply from hell, so...
I've been watching you guys for how many years now?
All of them.
6, 7?
Yeah, 6.
When did you start, Steve?
Because
the girls were doing videos.
They were. I started Nuggets in this format probably 3 years ago, but before that it was just interviews.
This format, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it used to do interviews.
Right.
And that was tough because I couldn't talk to somebody beforehand because then I'm all talked out.
Right.
And so it's like, it's just Russian roulette. I'm going to get them on and they're either going to be really good or really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Hello, Steve. I have been a ham for 15 years.
Oh, and that's really good.
and then not look at the camera the entire time or have a potato cam that my grandchild gave me. And I think it'll work.
Yeah.
Jody has been a member for 31 months. It was at least this many months ago.
Yeah. Jody only got here when it got good. Yeah. All right, I'm hitting the button. Cool. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, gentlemen.
Thank you guys.
Have a good night.
7-3.
Frank, we appreciate you really.